Hi, I'm Karen. We're here at Montevilla Sewing Center, and today we're talking about the Juki DX-2000 QVP. In this video, I'm going to show you how to thread the machine and how to wind a bobbin. So to start with, when you go to unthread your machine, always snip the thread up here by the spool and pull the excess out here at the needle area. And make sure that you have your presser foot up. When you have your presser foot up, that opens the discs to make it so that the thread can flow freely that way. I'm also going to take out the bobbin and set that off to one side. Now, starting out, we're going to wind a bobbin. So when you put your thread on, it's best to have the thread coming from underneath. That's because the thread needs to spiral off the end and it's less likely to twist if it's coming from underneath. Put our spool cap on. I like to give it a little bit of slack there just so that the spool can spin freely. These cross-wound spools tend to want to spin a little bit when they start to get empty, so just make it a habit to give it just enough so it can spin a little bit. Okay, now we're going to follow the dotted line to get the thread threaded correctly. So go to the left of that guide there, then we're going to go around the front of this hook and underneath this little spring-loaded screw right there. Then I like to take my bobbin, and these are class 15 bobbins, so make sure you get only class 15 bobbins that are like the ones that you have in your accessories. It's important that you not use metal bobbins or bobbins that are shorter or round or something like that. The class 15 plastic bobbins is what you want to use. Now I'm putting the end of the thread right there through, from the inside to the outside, through the hole in the side of the bobbin, keeping that thread tail upwards, put the bobbin right on there like that. Then I pull out like 6 inches or so of bobbin thread. At this point, you move this little switch right here, and that causes the bobbin to start winding. Now you can stop it by pushing that back like that. Just make sure you keep your fingers away from the actual spinning bobbin. But when you're winding a full bobbin of thread onto your bobbin, that thread will push against this lever and keep it from overwinding. It will actually cause it to stop. Now at this point, I would stop, snip that off, push that back again, and it starts winding again. You only need to make a few layers before you snip off that thread. Okay, once we're done, take this off. You can cut your thread right there. To put your bobbin in, there's a little diagram on the cover right here. And it shows you to have your bobbin thread coming off the left-hand side. It kind of looks like the letter P. So you want to put that in there like that. And then it goes right down into that little groove there. So keep your finger on here as you're pulling it to the left. Now I'm using opposite hands, so I'm not in the way of the camera. But you need to stop your bobbin that way, and that helps the thread sink right down into the tension area on the bobbin case. Then you come around here, and then like this, and then I like to put my cover on and then pull it towards the back, and that snips off that extra thread. You do not need to pull up your bobbin thread in order to start sewing. Same thing is true as after you use your automatic thread cutter here, you do not need to pull up your bobbin thread either. You can if you want to. Okay, so for threading the top, we can start out basically the same way, but this time we follow the solid line. So you go around here like this, down here, and it's numbered, come up to 4. Now this is important that you go around from just the way the arrow says, from right to left. You see there's a little stopper here, so I'm going to pull it a little bit to help the thread get into the eye of the take-up lever. The purpose of the take-up lever is to pull up the slack in the thread as it makes each stitch. So we go down here, then there's a little needle bar guide right there. I use 2 hands to get that there, and it actually has a number 6 right there. Now here comes the fun part. We get to thread the needle. So we come up here like this into 7, cut off that thread there, and I'm going to lower my presser foot. Okay, there is a lever on the side here that causes you to be able to use your needle threader. Come up, and there is a loop of thread. Now I'm going to take a pin, grab that loop of thread like that and pull it all the way through. So I like using something sharp like that to pull it through rather than using my fingers, because I don't want to get my fingers too close to the needle. One thing the book might suggest to you is that you turn off your machine for safety purposes when you're threading your machine. I'm keeping it on because that way I have light in order to teach you how to do this. Okay, so that is bobbin winding and threading. I hope this has been a helpful video to you. You can watch it again if you need to. If this has been helpful, give us a thumbs up. And if you want to watch some of our other videos, we have lots of videos on our YouTube channel, including videos on this machine. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching. Bye.